Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So I'm going to be doing the last winter page today. I'm actually skipping, so this was the last page that we did together. We've got this sort of torn look with a side pocket. Now the next page was actually this, which is like, I was going to have 2 tags here and 2 tags here. But I'm actually skipping this for now because I want to do the tags first so that I know what the rest of the page should look like, because really the focal point is going to be those tags. So that's why I'm skipping ahead to this page, because I know pretty much what I want for it. So there are no rules, are there? Okay, so this is the page I've got, and I've got this illustration, which is the, essentially it's the inspiration for what I'm going to do, because similar to when we did the autumn pages, where is it? This one. I want to do another thing like this where it's like a window and we've got something inside. So I'm going to use this as my window, and these birds with a bit of cutting down are going to be just a really nice fit for in there. And this is the image that is the inspiration for the winter pages. So we're going to do that today. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is cut out this square. Now when I did the autumn pages I used a craft knife and a ruler, which worked really well. Today I'm actually going to use some scissors, only because I've got sort of this box that I can follow, and this should be, relatively easy. What is that expression? Famous last words? No, I'm sure it will be. I'm just going to have to take my time to cut it out. So I'll probably pause whilst I cut this around, because I don't think you need to see me cutting this out, do you? But as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm just cutting little sections, and I'm not expecting it to be perfect. And when I'm done, I should have a nice little window inside my page for us to fill with my birds. So I'll be back in 2 secs. All right, there's my square cut out. And it's worth bearing in mind, if you're going to do a page like this, then it needs to be following a sort of an in-between page. Sorry, I can't get my words out today. And the reason being is because when we glue this down, you won't then be able to see the back of the, the window and stuff. So just, when you're doing a page like this, just calculate where you're gonna do it, so that you've got enough pages. Okay, and just like the autumn page, I'm gonna put some glue down. This is Beacon / Fabri-Tac glue. Whoop. Just around the edge of that frame, so that I can put the plastic in. And this is just thin plastic that actually came from some packaging, like one of those cello bags. It was part of that. Okay, and then I'm just going to smudge that down so that the glue takes, but I don't want to smudge it down so much that I get glue in my window. I know, I'm a broken record when I do these kinds of pages. It's just because in the beginning I remember I tried things like this and I would just get glue absolutely everywhere I didn't want it to be. But I mean, let's face it, nothing's changed since then. There we go. All right, so that's that. I'm happy with that. Okay, just gonna stand my glue up because it's gone very thick and gloopy. Okay, so that's our window pane, I guess, is how I'm describing it, but obviously I don't want to glue anything down yet. I'm just checking. Sometimes you can get like little bits on, and obviously because we're going to put something in the window, I just need to check that it's clean. All right, there we go. Okay, So we want to have these birds. So they only just fit, but that's fine. So let me just see. Yeah, so I think if we go about there, so I'm just gonna cut that down a bit. A little bit more. That's it. Yeah, still got the church in, which is nice. Okay, and then we are going to find my glue that I put somewhere else. And then because I'm gluing on plastic again, I'm just gonna use this. So again, round the outside, whoop, not in the window. That's it. And then pop our birds in. Just bringing them over a little bit so that they're not, I don't want it so much in the spine. It's thin paper, but you know, just to be sure. Okay, let's see how we look. Yeah, the birds are looking good in there. I really like them. But we've got a little bit of gaping here, which is interesting. I don't know if that comes from the bird image or from the plastic. So I'm just going to see if I can, whoops, get in there with my art glitter glue. Just see if I can put that down a bit better, glue that down a bit better. Yep. Just go around here as well. I think it was just because the image was almost exactly the size of the book window, you know, so I didn't have as much overlap as I would like, but that's fine. So I'm just gonna tidy this little bit up, just a teensy bit in there, just getting in with my little nozzle. All right, almost there. All right, there we go. And of course, if you don't have a picture to cut around like how I did for this one, you can just do what I did in the autumn pages, where I just drew a shape to cut around. That's all I did there, and I just made it, you know, the middle of the page. But I'm liking that this is slightly different again. I think I'll do this in like this window page idea in every season. So I really do like it, and then it can be, you know, a new focal image per season. Of course, because I've used an owl and then the blue tits. Are they blue tits? Or are they coal tits? Some kind of tit bird. I feel like I need to use birds in the window for the other seasons as well, which I don't mind. I love birds. Anyway, this is what we're going to do. So obviously I still want to cover up the book text. So, oops, I've just got this torn scrap. Again, I'm bringing out the the wintry greys and blues. And then we're going to have this on this side, which I think will look good. And then obviously I probably want to add some further decoration. But I will have to hit pause and do all of the intricate gluing. I don't know about you, but I get so sick of gluing things sometimes. You know, all the intricate gluing, it's just, I'd rather do anything but needs must. You know, if we want these fun things, then needs must. Okay, so we have that. So, as I say, I'm just going to come in here with my little glue, and I will be back with some further decoration. Alright, we're all set to decorate. So straight away, I know that I definitely want to have a word there. So I was thinking this flurries of snow. I like the idea of it like bridging the gap between the picture and the writing spot. So we'll do that. I have just prepared a few things so that you don't have to see me ink and decide where to put things. Sometimes it's just nicer for video when, you know, we can just go ahead straight with this is what I'm going with. So we've got flurries of snow, and I've got these cute little rabbits that are actually in the snow. So I thought they might be nice down here. Whilst I had you on pause, I did just quickly do the T-ring stencil as well, because I thought that would help me to see what was needed. So I just thought I'd mention that. It is helping to give, you know, a bit of interest to the page, definitely. These rabbits come from the Victoria Designs Winter Wonderland kit. I've just cut them. Ooh, I think they were actually on a journal page, and I just cut them out from the page because where I did the Cozy Winter Altered File folder, I was actually running a little bit low on wintry images, believe it or not. Obviously I've made a lot of ephemera and various bits, so but that's why we get these kits sometimes, is it does just help us to bulk up the different things that we've got, and you can use the pages in different ways as well. And then I thought, I've got some pink snowflakes left over. I know this isn't really pink, but I don't have any white ones, and I just can't be bothered to cut some new. But it's a very pale pink, and I actually thought it was quite pretty with the birds. So I'm thinking to just kind of dot these around a little bit. Again, so that we can go with the flurries of snow, the fact that this snow is like falling down all around. So I just thought that will lift it a bit, and I think that's all it needs, because as I say, we've got the birds as the focal image, plenty of writing space and all of that, so I don't think we need tons of things. I do think these snowflakes are helpful, and what I might do is bring in a bit of the snowflakes into the previous page maybe, so that we don't just suddenly hit snowflakes. So maybe I need to do something with snowy trees on the page before, like maybe on the tags or something. So I'll have a little bit of a think about that. I don't know if I'll do that page on video, because as I say, I want to wait until I've got the tags done. But I thought doing this page now would help me to decide what the tags on the previous page should look like, because I thought if I'm trying to get to like an end goal, in this case these birds, I knew that I wanted them in the window and all of that. I thought it would actually help me to know what I'm going on to. So I have a feeling the next video on this altered book will be the ephemera for the winter pages. Got various journal cards and things to make, so we'll do a video on that. And then I'm thinking just one video should do it, maybe two, but we'll see how we go. And then that way I can I can build the previous page around those. So what do you think? I think that's really pretty. I like that. I was a bit unsure about this border because on the winter version, the autumn version, sorry, I put the paper down before cutting the window, so it was all completely covered. Obviously that is a lot plainer in comparison, but I think with the snowflakes it has helped. And then we can always bring in some more of the brown maybe. Actually, I'm just thinking about it. On the very last autumn page, if I remember correctly, that had a lot of a sort of a plainer feel to it as well, didn't it? Where maybe that's sort of the code that we've got to the end of the season. I don't know. That wasn't intentional, but this is how this one has kind of come out. And then I did these pages smaller to match the border, because I kind of wanted it to all flow. So it's got a bit of a different look to it to the previous pages perhaps, but I like it all the same, so that's the main thing, isn't it? Right, so we are on the last bit. I have not stuck this down yet, which is good, because I don't want to, well, I want to do that now. So so we want to get some glue, whoops, in the spine like that. Then I'm just going to go all the way around here like that, and then oops, a little bit here, and then just a smidge over there, and that should be enough. I'm just trying to keep my glue upside down because it is a real gloopy mess. Okay, that's it. Just want to check that, just rub my hands along there because I've got all those snowflakes now. That's it. Yeah, and then obviously this pocket will cover all of that on the other side like that. Okay, that's that. And then because this was the last winter page, you're going to ask me what I'm doing about this. So I knew that I was going to glue pages together to make it nice and strong, but then I've got all of this. I didn't want to lose this end paper, but it seems to be naturally coming out. So I'm wondering whether to put some tape down here. Again, I've never done one before, so I don't know if this is actually the right thing to do, but I'm just going with what I think is right. So this is strong framers tape. So just going to put that there, because either way that will help. And then I don't want that to show, so I'm going to have to carefully cut that to be somehow to be the size of the page. Just being very careful not to cut through anything. There we go. Just because I didn't want to lose this end paper, because I don't know what effect that would have on, you know, because essentially it was part of the spine, and they do these end papers for a reason, is what I'm thinking. So that will be glued there, and then I think we just want to glue all of these papers together and then glue them to the back. So I'll take it a page at a time. I just figure I might as well do this bit whilst you're here. As I said, I'm not following any kind of guide or anything, I'm just going with what I think is the right thing to do. So once again, I've put glue in my spine, just to give that bit of extra protection. And just like we've been doing, just gluing those pages together. I have to go in with more glue, but as I say, I just wanted you to see how I was going to finish it. Not finish it, I mean we still have to go back and do spring and summer. But if this was the end of the book, you know, officially the end, I mean, obviously it is the end, but I'm still carrying on with mine. It's been fun to do, definitely. It's been tricky to do the 4 seasons together and have them have it all flow correctly. But it's been a very fun experiment for sure. That's it. That's obviously a much thicker page than before, but as I say, I didn't want to lose too much this close to the end of the book. I just thought there was something in it telling me keep as much of those back pages as you can to keep this, you know, strong and all the rest of it. So that's that. And then my original plan was I was going to glue this completely down to the back of the book, but I'm not going to rush to do that because I might very well keep this. I just don't know yet. I think I will probably end up gluing this here, but I think until I know what the beginning of the book looks like do I want it to be that is really the end? I mean, yes, I do. That is the idea of it, is that you get your last page and that's that. But what I don't know is whether gluing that to the back, will that put pressure here? I just don't know. So I'm going to sit with it for a bit, see how that feels once it's all like dry and everything. And then if I think that it's the right thing to do, I will glue that to that. Oh, I'll tell you what I could do. Sorry. Brain going a mile a minute. You know how you have end pages? So this is obviously the yellow. What if the beginning of the book here and the end had the same coordinating end papers? So rather than finishing, you know, having it be this is the end, close the book, you could then have the end papers like you would an old book. And what I'm thinking is, would there be a way, like how we've done the tape here, could I put the whole paper across like they do an end paper? So I might look at that. So yeah, once I figure it out, I'll do a video on it. So I'm glad I didn't go ahead and glue that, because yeah, I forgot that I would want to do something like that. Right. So that is a video. Short and sweet today, as I say. I wasn't doing lots and lots to this page, but I think that's looking really nice. So it definitely flows from there to there. I feel like this has still got a lot of the brown, and this is a lot more fresher, especially with this border. So I think that's actually helped. So in between, we will do the ephemera. So how much ephemera do we have to make? So no ephemera for here, this is just a writing page. Just want something little in there, probably just something from the kit. I don't think I would make anything. Oh yes, this page, I forgot all about this. Now I put that in there, but I don't know if I will have that. I might put some paper in there, so yeah. I've got all these pockets to fill. This will be a big one. So I'm probably going to make a collage tag for in there, or a large journal card. These things will just have little bits in, nothing made. Another one there. That will be a large journal card. And then of course, yeah, we've got the 4 tags to make for this page, and then no ephemera for there. So I think one ephemera video should do it. So that will be the next time that you see this altered book. We'll be making the ephemera. For now though, I really hope you like my bird window page. I think it looks really nice. I'm glad I went with that image. That's from a Hunky Dory card making kit, just in case you didn't know. So I will leave it there. Hope you've enjoyed seeing that come together today. Thanks so much for keeping me company. And yeah, we'll do the ephemera next, and then we'll have to go back to this little page here. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm really liking it. I do need to do some extra gluing in places, but yeah, I'm really liking it. I think we've got a good mix of the browns with the grey and the wood and all that kind of thing. So yeah, going well so far. How bulky are we? Honestly, I haven't got the ephemera in. Oh, it's one of those things, it's like you have no idea whether, like how big this book is going to be, but we still have space, so fingers crossed, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks so much for joining me. See you soon.